Agents, if you've ever wanted to get into video marketing or you're possibly struggling converting your viewers into real leads, then you want to check out this video. This is Josh with EasyAgentPro, and for the next 10 minutes, we've asked an incredible agent to come on here and explain to you how she's built a huge following using video content marketing. She's going to talk about why she uses video. She's going to talk about how she uses video to generate traffic from search engines. And most importantly, she's going to tell you how she turns her video viewers into real online leads. Oh, and if you like this video, you may want to check out another video we produced, which is titled 3 Videos Every Agent Should Produce to Dominate Their Market. Here's Karin Carr.
So originally when I first got my site, I was blogging. I was writing a lot of blog posts that were very rich in SEO keywords that I wanted to go after, but I quickly determined that it took me a lot longer to write a great blog post than it did to film a video. I can sit in front of the camera like this. I am filming this video on my cell phone. I have a very inexpensive microphone plugged into the headphones jack. My microphone is 30 bucks. I plug it into the headphones jack, I turn it on, I turn on all the lights in the room, I face the window, and this is just my home office. So this is not there's not a lot of production value here. But if I sit down and I say, so you're thinking about moving to Savannah, what would you need to know? Well, Savannah is a very large area. You can live out by the ocean. You can live in the suburbs where they're building tons of new construction and you can get a brand new house dirt cheap. You can live close to the airport. You can live close to Gulfstream. You can live close to the Army base. You can live close to the hospitals, And so I'm just talking to the camera, telling people stuff that would be genuinely helpful for them if they were going to be relocating to my area and don't know anything about it. You can take your cell phone, you can put it on the dashboard of your car in one of those suction cup mounts and drive around the neighborhood and show them what the area looks like. I'm telling you, this is how you win. This is how you become a local area expert. I used to run a lot of Facebook ads, but I found that I would get people to respond to the ad that didn't want to talk to me because they didn't know, like, and trust me. I was simply an ad that they clicked on in their news feed and they would avoid me like the plague. I would have to call, chase, email, text constantly to finally get them on the phone and have them say, well, I'm not planning to buy a house for 2 years, which is fine. I'm happy to put them in my funnel. But after moving to a new location, I was looking for some quick wins. I was looking for the low-hanging fruit. I was looking for people that intended to transact in the immediate future because, let's face it, nobody wants to be a real estate agent for 6 months without closing any transactions. I was looking for people that were ready to make a buying decision soon. Well, those videos took off like wildfire. So when I started getting a ton of views on YouTube from those videos, I also embedded them on my blog posts. I embedded them on the homepage of my EasyAgentPro website. I created blog posts with the video embedded in them. And because Google owns YouTube and Google loves Google, if you have a great YouTube video that is embedded on your website, those two things together have been the magic equation for me. Great SEO on your website plus great SEO on your YouTube video equals you dominating your local market without spending a freaking dollar on advertising. And that has been the most amazing part for me. I rank organically on Google for retiring in Savannah, moving to Savannah, living in Savannah. I rank for things like buying and selling a home at the same time, how to list your home on Zillow. I just discovered this morning that I'm ranking for how much can I sell my home for. I rank for the neighborhood Savannah Quarters, which is a very high-end luxury price point neighborhood in my town, and I'm ranking for that organically. So when people are doing their research on the neighborhood and I show up at the top of the search results, that's pretty awesome. So how do I drive traffic to my EAP website? Mostly I use YouTube or I write blog posts, but honestly I don't write that many blog posts anymore. I did a lot in the beginning, Mostly I drive traffic to my site from YouTube. YouTube does not have any sort of lead capture, but your EasyAgentPro site has lead capture all over the place. So let's say that you do a video on how much does it cost to sell my house? Like if I'm gonna sell my house and hire a real estate agent, what am I looking to spend? And you do a great video where you talk about there is a commission. You pay your listing agent, who then pays the buyer's agent. You're gonna pay prorated property taxes. You're gonna pay prorated homeowners association dues. If the buyer has asked you for any closing costs, depending on where you live, do you pay the attorney? Do you pay the escrow company? Who pays the fees for the person that's facilitating the transaction? All that kind of stuff. So at the end of the video, you say, so now you know how much it costs to sell, but do you know what you need to do to get your house to sell quickly? Not a problem. Click this link, go over to my website and download my free guide, The 7 Tips to Selling Your House Fast. When they click that link, they go to the EasyAgentPro website to a landing page, which they call a squeeze page. It has no navigation buttons on it. It doesn't have like read my blog and look for homes for sale and check out my testimonials. Literally, there is nothing on that page except fill out the form or hit the back button. You take away all of the distractions. Either they want the information that you're providing and they're going to fill out the form, or they don't. That is perfectly okay. If they don't fill out that form, they're not ready to talk to me, or that's totally fine. They didn't like what I had to offer, not a problem. I don't want to spend my time chasing somebody that doesn't want to talk to me. But when they do fill out that form, 9 times out of 10, they give me accurate information. I got a home value lead just yesterday. She put in a real email address and a real phone number. And when I called her, she said, "Oh, it's so nice to talk to you. I've been watching all of your videos. Thank you very much for calling me." She thanked me for calling her. When you get internet leads, do they thank you for calling them? I bet they don't. I bet they don't. So when they fill out that form, because you've earned their trust at this point, they feel like they know, like, and trust you. They give you their accurate contact information most of the time. EasyAgentPro lets you upload a PDF document or a slide presentation or some sort of document, which I call a lead magnet. We upload the lead magnet into the back end of the website. When they go to the squeeze page, they fill out the form, they automatically get the lead magnet. It either pops up right on the screen where they can print it or download it, or it sends it to them as an email with an attachment, or both. And so that way you are capturing their information, they are getting exactly what they wanted to know, and then later when you follow up with them, you can find out their motivation and their time frame and all of those things. And most of the time, those people do not dodge your calls. Again, you've already established yourself as a local area expert. They know you, they like you, and they trust you. When you call them, they are usually very happy to talk to you.
Quick time out. This is Josh with EasyAgentPro again, and what Karin is saying here is so important that I wanted to jump in and make sure you clearly understand it, as well as give you some additional tips and advice on how you can use it in your marketing, because this is the difference between having a cute little YouTube channel that gets some views and you eventually abandon in a few weeks or months, or having a video content marketing strategy that can drive sales and truly transform your business. Now, step one, what Karin is doing is she's producing great content. She's using the content to show her expertise as an authority in her area. She's also looking into the camera and delivering it in a genuine way. This builds trust and authority with your audience. But step two, which is very important, is Karin is also planning the next step objective, the next agenda for her viewers. Now, a simple thing that you can do is just invite them to subscribe to your channel or watch another video. But in Karin's example, she's using landing pages. Now, we really like landing pages for real estate lead generation because there is a ton of versatility. Now, Karin is a lead site EasyAgentPro user, and not only are we a full-blown IDX real estate website, but we also have a landing page builder where anyone can drag and drop photos, type up any kind of idea that you have for a landing page. We also have tons of templates to give you ideas and to get you started. But this strategy works if you have your own website, if you're building a WordPress website, or if you want to just pay a developer to build you landing pages. So I'm going to give you some ideas on landing pages and some next step objectives and agendas for your viewers. Here we go. Now, the most popular way to do this is to offer a list of homes. If you're doing content on the best pools in your community, you can drive them back to a landing page and say you can download a list of existing homes with pool access or private pools. If you're doing content on special financing, you can drive them back to a landing page that says, here's a list of homes that qualify for the financing. You can do a list of homes under a certain price point. You can do a list of new construction homes that have to sell. You can do a list of homes that have sneaky good beach access, or that are walking distance to a mass transit subway or something if you live in the city. You can also do a list of communities that are popular with pet lovers, communities that have the best playgrounds in your area. Whatever your content is that you're talking about, there's likely some sort of real estate listing list that you can invite them back to. Another very popular one would be new listing alerts, what I like to call dream home alerts. If you're doing seller type of content, you can do like Karin and invite them to get a list of tips to sell your home quickly, a list of tips to sell your home for top dollar, a list of home values in a specific neighborhood, or you can just drive them to a particular home valuation landing page where they can get a valuation of their own home. Here's one more example for you. Early on, I mentioned we have another video that you should watch, which is 3 videos every agent should produce to dominate their market. In that video, one of the videos we recommend is a tour of your own community that you live in. You're going to look in the camera, you're going to tell viewers how much you love living there, you're going to tell them how many friends you've built in the neighborhood, why you love taking your kids to the playground, where you guys walk for an evening walk or to see sunsets. But at the end of the video, just imagine this call to action. You look into the camera and you say, if you are serious about buying in this neighborhood, homes sell quickly. So click on the link below and schedule a time to talk to me. Because often I'll hear about listings before they hit the MLS in my brokerage, or sometimes I'll hear about neighbors talking about selling their own home. Now, back to Karin.
The thing that's so great about my EasyAgentPro website is all of the lead capture. There is lead capture available on almost every single page on that website. It's not pushy, it's not in your face, it's not obtrusive, it's not intrusive to the user experience, but it's there. So if somebody Googles Savannah Quarters, they find this InstaFarm page that I did. They go over, they read all about the neighborhood, they see the video that I've shot, they see everything that I've written about where is the nearest grocery store and how far is it to the freeway and how far is it to the airport, and they read all of this information that I've written on that page, and then a little smart pop-up says, hey, would you like to get a list of all of their new listings or all of the open houses that are going on this weekend in Savannah Quarters? Click here. It's pretty awesome. It looks at what they are interested in, what they're expressing interest in, and then it just says, hey, sign up and get more free information about it. It's pretty great. So I cannot thank EasyAgentPro enough for starting me down the path of learning about SEO. SEO is kind of like the magic formula that makes buyers or sellers do research on the internet, find you, get to know you, get to like and trust you, and then they call you. It's who is calling who, right? It is the client calling you first rather than you having to be prospecting all the time. And you are reaching out first. You are calling them first. When you have to call them first, they have no loyalty to you. When they call you first, they are all about hiring you to represent them when the time comes.